What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule, back with another review for you here. And today we're here for an all cereal you can eat with your hands edition of the CTC review, General Mills Remix cereals. So these are kind of like a snack mix based on three of their popular cereals: Chocolate Toast Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Golden Grahams S'mores Remix. $4.19 each at Market Street, which is Albertsons owned. And these are some pretty hefty bags. It looks like it is going to be some pretty interesting snacking. So just because it stands alone, let's start today with the Golden Grahams. First up is the Golden Grahams S'mores Remix. The interesting thing about this one is what is not interesting about it. It's just basically combining two cereals. It's actual Cocoa Puffs, actual Golden Grahams, and then the marshmallows, generic marshmallows that they would put in any other breakfast cereal. What makes this a snackable handheld cereal is basically the fact that you are physically capable of eating cereal with your hands and nothing else. This is a apply milk cereal. It's a remix of an existing cereal and not so much what it's designed to be, which is kind of like a trail mix. But Ryan, why don't you go ahead and try some? I mean, look, not that there's anything wrong with Cocoa Puffs, Golden Grahams, and marshmallows, but was this a necessary product? I mean, I guess it could be wrong. I don't know.
I feel like unless it's a mind-blowingly good combination, not necessary.
Well, it's not. Do you like Cocoa Puffs?
No.
Okay, I really was about to say the exact same thing. I don't really like them, and that's the primary flavor here.
Yeah, I can barely taste.
They went heavy into the Golden Graham branding, yet it's more Cocoa Puff than it is Golden Graham. And if you're looking at the plate and you're saying, but I see a lot of Graham. They crammed very little Graham in this bag. I just grabbed extra Graham to try to give them more credit than they really earned, and yet I still could only taste the Cocoa Puffs. The marshmallows are really just there for decoration. I didn't taste them at all. I did taste at least a backdrop of Golden Graham, mostly because the texture is so much harder than the Cocoa Puff.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't even taste good. Like, I would rather just have Cocoa Puffs, and I'm not that big on Cocoa Puffs. I would definitely rather have Golden Grahams. But this is setting a very low bar for the Chocolate Toast Crunch, which we'll get into next. Chocolate Toast Crunch is next, and at least this one isn't just cereal on top of cereal on top of cereal. It is cereal on top of cereal because we have vanilla Chex in addition to, of course, the Chocolate Toast Crunch, but then we're adding in caramel popcorn. Not a milk-based cereal product. So I like that.
I don't think I got any Chex.
These work, and the reason why these work is Chex are extra crunchy. Chocolate Toast Crunch is kind of airy and crunchy. And then the density of the popcorn, you're eating three different things in your mouth, and they're all kind of disintegrating at different paces, and the flavors are all different and they're all distinct from one another, but they still go together well.
It's a good mix.
Well-designed mix. The highest compliment you can give a product that bears a certain brand is to say it elevates the initial product. Chocolate Toast Crunch is not as good as Chocolate Toast Crunch Remix. Chocolate Toast Crunch Remix elevated Chocolate Toast Crunch by adding in, I think, chocolate and vanilla. It's a great combo, right? And then you add in the caramel. Really a solid, well-balanced, and very snacky. You know, this does not come off like a cereal. It comes off like a nice, delicious, sweet snack. Well, we're 1 for 2 at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so main event, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Let's see. So this one's very beige. It's the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Remix. The cool thing about this one is while it is 3 cereals, it's 2 Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereals. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the regular variety, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch Churros mixed with the vanilla Chex. Seems like it could work, but I do know that the churros are very, 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 very crunchy. Yeah. So I do have some fear that that may hold them back more than it helps. That is cinnamony.
Very vanilla-y, too. Cinnamon vanilla, there it goes.
Cinnamon vanilla, it is, yeah. Really good combo.
A lot softer. I don't know if I missed a churro or something.
Yeah, you may have under churroed because I did get a lot more crunchiness than in either of the other varieties. And I did get a little bit of mouth carving out of it, which is common in the churros. But yeah, as you mentioned, the vanilla, nice change of pace from the other guys. One thing I really love is that there's a chocolate toast crunch and there's a cinnamon toast crunch remix, and they're so different from each other in terms of their flavor profile that you could get both, eat them back to back, and not be tired of the taste. It's just, they're so different. And then the S'mores remix just sucks. But we're going to save that for the capsule countdown. Let's get into the Gimmick Grade. Gimmick Grade, I'm going to hit all 3 of them with the same Gimmick Grade, even though the execution was a little bit different and the formulation was a little bit different, just because the branding is, you know, it's a one unified line. This remix was all launched together. I'm going to give the Gimmick a 7 out of 10. I like the idea of snackable cereal. I like that they put it in one giant box with individual bags that I just couldn't get because the boxes were just way too big to save. But then they also made a one bag variety that I could actually, you know, clean out and save. So that was nice. I know, Ryan, you found the boxes kind of early on in the campaign, and I told you we're gonna hit pause on that and in hope that I could find the bags, and I found the bags shortly thereafter. I mean, the bags are the way to go. Very, very eye-catching.
I might even, if
you can do it
down the bag. Let's bump that gimmick up.
Okay, well,
7.5
Gimmick Grade, perfect. I'm good. I'm good with that.
Beautiful.
And the colors go well together. I mean, you're right. Maybe I was undercutting it a little bit, but a lot of that was just because of the formulation type stuff. You know, it's like some of them are just like they were a little too cereal heavy and not so actually making a different snack heavy. Now, capsule countdown, boy, I spoiled it hard, but Golden Grahams S'mores Remix was not doing it for me. It was too Cocoa Puffy. It's not even a Golden Grahams S'mores Remix. It's a Cocoa Puff S'mores Remix. And, you know, I just don't like that. It's a 3 out of 10. It's maybe in a bowl with some milk, it would be a little bit better. Actually, I can guarantee you in a bowl with milk, it would be better. But now you're creating a new environment for something that's deliberately designed to take cereal out of its bowl and into your hands. You are now putting it right back in the bowl and milking it, and that is stupid. So, a 3 out of 10.
Remix.
Yeah, it's a double. You're remixing the remix. Yeah.
You just got mix.
You got mix. This is where it gets a little bit harder, but I'm going to say second place got to be the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Agreed.
The churros do affect the enjoyment of the other 2 softer textured cereals. They don't snack well together. Also, keep in mind, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch churros are basically just a different shape of existing Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So that's why you get more of a Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor than a vanilla flavor, is because you're basically eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch in 2 different forms. It's not like the well-balanced Chocolate Toast Crunch where you're getting 3 distinctive flavors. You're really getting 2/3 one flavor and 1/3 another flavor, and I just wish they would have used something else. You know, just whatever it is. I mean, I'm trying to think on the fly here, like a little cookie piece or something. It would have been a lot better.
Ooh,
you know, and
so good.
yeah, it would have been good. Like you could have had
like a little cookie crave.
Yeah, like a you know, like a black and white cookie. You know what I mean? Like a chocolate vanilla cookie kind of thing, to kind of add a little bit more of a different flavor profile, but still, it was pretty good. I mean, it tasted great, but it should have been better. So I think a 7 out of 10 is a good place to land on it. Second place on today's Capsule Countdown. First place absolutely has to go to the Chocolate Toast Crunch. This is what the line should have been about. They took a snack. They took a chocolate cereal. They took a vanilla cereal. And they mixed it all together in the perfect ratio, and they ended up coming out with a cereal that was really good. It worked. It really, really worked. I know I just called it a cereal, and I guess it's deliberately supposed to specifically be a snack, so maybe I misspoke a little bit, but it is a predominantly cereal-based snack. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. First place on today's Capsule Countdown. Look, the quality of the popcorn isn't outstanding. It's still kind of caught in my teeth a little bit. It's not a very melty popcorn. I've definitely had better caramel popcorn. But it does give me the idea of combining really good caramel popcorn with some chocolate toast crunch or cinnamon toast crunch, and I think it could be really, really good. You know, it's funny, like Chex Mix is such a thing. They could have made this line like a Chex Mix branded thing and then incorporated the other brands, because these two have vanilla Chex. I mean, this one shouldn't exist anyway, so you could have just made this in like a Chex Mix thing, and then I wonder if I would have seen it as much, you know, like, I'm glad that they didn't, but from a marketing perspective, I'm confused why they wouldn't, if that makes sense. But 8.5 out of 10. Chocolate Toast Crunch, you know, I'd say a little bit of an upset. Yeah. So good work. Now, cereal you eat with your fingers, definitely not a new thing. Cereal brands have been trying to do that for a long time. As a matter of fact, General Mills has been trying to do that for a long time, because back in 1993, our From the Archives product today, it is the Cinnamon Fingos, the cereal made to eat with your fingers. Introducing a whole new way to eat cereal. They very clearly are going for the eat it anytime you want just because you eat it with your fingers, even though it's just a multi-grain cereal that instead of eating with milk in a bowl, you eat with your hands. Very similar to this kind of thing. So General Mills has been going at this for a while. There is a honey oat variety that I would really like to acquire at some point, but Ryan, you were mentioning it's a very odd shaped box. It's about as tall as a cereal box, but it's very, you know, I mean, it's a
That's interesting.
thin, tall. It's a, you know, like a ruler or something.
It's almost like it's shaped so that you stuff your arm
It's
into
like,
it.
yeah, the arm. So yeah, it's like a Pringles can, but in cardboard box form. So this is
the name is great.
Great name, and a product that was pretty much destined to not survive all that long, but one that I'm really glad existed in the first place. It was a really, really fun one to add to the collection. Now, on the next one, we've got a Clearing Out the Capsule special. Those tend to be kind of fun. We got the Jazzberry Crayola cereal. We got the Pink Lemonade Pop-Tarts. And last but not least, it is the Duncan Hines Epic Fruity Pebbles Cake. So just more and more cereal stuff coming at us in 2021, the year of the cereal. So stay tuned on Monday for that. And of course, until next time, I will miss you until I see you.